Hello everyone watching my YouTube channel. Today I will show you how to configure switch management address. In this activity I will instruct you about Cisco switch. Cisco switch has a special interface known as a switch module interface. The SVI can be configured with an IP address, commonly referred to as the management address, that is used for remote access to the switch to display or configure settings. In this video activity, you will build a simple network using Ethernet LAN, cabling, and access a Cisco switch using the console and remote access method. You will configure basic switch setting and IP address and demonstrate the use of management IP address for remote switch management. The topology consists of one switch and one host using only Ethernet cable. So now let's start to configure basic switch setting. In this step, you will configure basic switch settings such as hostname and configuring an IP address for the SVI. Assigning an IP address on the switch is only the first step. As the network administrator, you must specify how the switch will be managed. Telnet and ISA are two of the most common management methods. However, Telnet is a very unsecure protocol, but ISA is a very secure protocol for remote management. All information flowing between the two devices is implemented when you use Telnet protocol for remote management. Password and another sensitive information can be easily locked and if captured by a packet sniffer. So, assuming the switch have no configuration file stored in non-volatile random access memory, you will be at the user exec mode prompt on the switch with prompt or switch. Enter privileged exec mode by using enable command. So now let's start to configure the switch first. So by enter to the privileged exec mode, you need to type enable command first. And I need you to verify that configuration file in your Cisco switch was in default configuration file from the vendor. So by using show configuration config privilege command, if the configuration file was previously saved, it will have to be removed. Depending on the switch model and ISO version, your configuration file may look slightly different. However, there should be no configure password or IP address set. If your switch does not have default configuration, you need to erase it. So I will show you. So running config. So as you can see, in my switch there is no any configure chain in my Cisco switch. So now I enter into global configuration mode and assign the switch hostname by typing config terminal and Thai host name I set to S1, and I will configure switch password access by use enable password, and I set to class, and I prevent unwanted domain name system DNI lookup by Thai no IP domain lookup, and I will configure banner mode by typing banner mode start from star sign, and I say that unauthorized access is strictly prohibited. Just the statement in banner mode. Which one statement you need, you can assign them. And now return to private link exec mode by typing ends. And I want to show you to verify the configuration file change from default file to the running config file. So running. So now I have changed the hostname to S1, and I set the enable password to class, and I block IP domain name operation. And I also set the unauthorized access is a banner mode for the switch. So now I want to show you how enable password is in effect in the switch by exit from the private mode and press enter and try enable again. So now the private exec mode need the password, the password to enter to the private mode. So we need to type the password, but the password will not show up on the screen when entering. This is the case is in security. And now I will configure SVI IP address on the switch to allow remote switch management. To do this, we change to global mode and into interface VLAN 1 and assign the IP address by type IP address and set IP address 192.168.1.2 as info on the screen. 254, 255, 255, 255, 0/24 bit, and activate the port by type no shut down command. So VLAN 1 change state to up. And the next step, I will show you how to restrict console port access. I mean, when any IT staff, any IT engineer want to access to the switch by using console session, When they first plug in console cable into the switch, by using any remote application such as TerraTherm and any other application, they will need to enter the console password first before they can access the switch directly. So now I will show you how to do that. I exit from the interface mode and then we enter to the access config line access by go into console line console 0 and set the password for console to Cisco and login command. As login command is need every time when we configure any line in Cisco product, such as OUX line, such as Telnet line, such as console line. Login means when user access into console line, they need to enter password. When we did not use the login command in the console line, the password command is not affected in the product, in the switch. So now I show you first. I type no login and I got out. I go into the console. So the switch will not prompt to enter the password for console. So I go to show console, show running config. The console line Cisco password is set, but when we go into the console line, the switch did not prompt for the console password. This is the reason that we need to enter the login command when we go into any line in the Cisco product. So now we go again into the console line console 0 and type login. So now run again. We see the login command and then I go out into the console line again. So now when we in the console session, everyone need to be enter the password. So I type the password. Now I can grant access into the switch again. The next step I want to show you is configure virtual terminal line for the switch for allow Telnet access. I mean, if you do not configure virtual terminal line or VTY line password, you will not be able to Telnet or ISA to the switch. I mean, remote management to the switch is empty. So now I want to set ISA. So now I want to set the Telnet access to the switch by go to VTY line, VTY. I give 5 session, 5 person, 6 person in session can access simultaneously by using Telnet remote management to the switch together. And I type password, I set to Cisco 2 and login command. And then it's it. Now we have performed any necessary configuration command on the S1 switch device. So now we got to another side is PC. I want to assign the IP address to the PC. IP address is 192.168.1.10/24. So after we assign the IP address to the PC and the assigned configuration on the switch already, now I want to verify and test network connectivity. Now verify on the switch. I want you to return to your console connection on the switch. No noise. I want you to telnet from the PC to the switch. From the PC to the switch. But first, you need to ping for test connectivity. So I ping to F2. To the switch IP address. So now we can gain access from PC to the switch. Wait. So you can see the packet goes through Ethernet cable to switch. So you see status is successful. The connection from PC to the switch is established and successfully reachable. So now I want to telnet from PC to do any configuration on the switch, but I do not do any configuration on directly onto the switch. I want to do by remotely. So now I telnet from PC to switch by typing telnet and then the address of remote device is 192.168.1.2. I press enter. Invalid command. Telnet is wrong. So now this is a banner. This is a banner command. This is a banner statement. Unauthorized access is strictly prohibited. And we do not use any username, but only this prompt is required for the console. So now the session is blocked. And telnet again. And type the password for console. And then I go into switch already by type enable. It means I do any configuration on the switch. In this window mean I do any configuration on S1, but not directly. It's by remotely when I telnet from PC to the switch. So I issue the plus command, and now I show any configuration on switch. So now we can do any configuration easily on PC to the switch by remotely. This is very helpful tool when we control to the network system. So now I want to verify the status of our switch module interface management interface. VLAN 1 interface should be up and have an IP address assigned, and the port, the switch port 50/1 is also up because PC1 is connected to it. Because all switch ports are initially in VLAN 1 by default, you can communicate with the switch using the IP address you configure for VLAN 1. So now I want to show the status of any interface in switch by issue show IP interface brief. So now you can see interface Ethernet fast 0/1 status is up and protocol line is up, and VLAN 1, and we have assigned IP address to it 192.168.1.2, and status up and protocol line is up together. So from this video tutorial, I think you can get a big information that you never give from anyone. So to be expert in the CCNA engineer, you need to do configuration every day, or when the new thing is updated, you need to search and gain access to it. So now for my video tutorial is completed. Thank you for watching my video.